This clip is looking at interference in the front left-hand corner of the court. So for both players, it's the backhand side of the court. And it's interesting, and it's a much debated area because it's an area that's quite difficult to get in and out of, especially when a player is playing drop shots. So this scenario, Gawad's played the ball round, Simon Rosner in red gets onto it quite early and quickly, and he plays a straight drop shot. And actually he plays a straight drop that comes slightly further back than you would necessarily expect. Now, Gawad in blue comes up and around Rosner and makes contact on the right-hand side, or the right shoulder and hip of the German. So Gawad's left hip, left shoulder is touching Rosner as he goes up and round. Now, there's an incredible amount of effort being made by Gawad to go and get the ball. And although he has gone up and round and wide, that shows that he's looking to go and get it. And you would say that Rosner's shot isn't quite good enough for it to be an outright winner. It's not quite a winning shot, and Gawad would probably go and get the ball if it wasn't for the interference between the two players. So it's a very close situation, but there's a massive amount of effort being made by Gawad in this scenario. Now, what we're going to have a quick look at is Jethro's going to come in, and we're going to just look at how the situation can subtly change, where all of a sudden it could become a stroke or a no-let in those situations. Obviously, in this scenario, Rosner's gone for a review because he's hoping for a no-let. So we're going to walk through a few different scenarios and just have a little look at the front corner play. We're going to set up the situation and just look at a few different scenarios where it could change. So going to get Jethro to be in a similar situation to or position that Rosner was in. And we're going to place the ball to where it was traveling and ending up at the point when Gawad was going up and round. Now, the key to this is Gawad's movement, really, because Gawad is expecting a short drop shot to come in and that's going to push up the court. So Gawad is coming around, and we're talking at unbelievable speeds here. Rosner's cut across, he's played the drop shot. Gawad is up and round and thinking, he's expecting the ball to be here, when in actual fact, if you notice where the ball is, it's quite a way back from that area. So Gawad is initially moving to go and get a short drop shot, which would be through here. Now, Rosner's drop shot comes a bit deeper, which means that Gawad comes up and then realizes he needs to get through to this space to play the ball. And now, as he's coming through, he goes up and round, he comes through, he makes the contact and gets the interference on the way through. And the interference is sufficient to stop him from having that clear line where he has to go and play the ball, but equally, it's enough to stop him from being able to get it. Now, if we imagine that Gawad changes his movement and he feels, and he basically goes directly to the ball, and Rosner is in the position that he was in, now that changes it completely, because Gawad suddenly knows that that's a drop shot coming through here, and say Gawad's coming from this position and wants to go through, immediately the referee would start to think about a stroke in that situation, because Rosner has cleared back into the path that you would be expecting Gawad to come through. So Gawad's movement is important in terms of the outcome of this decision. Equally, if Gawad is positioned where he was, slightly further back, and he holds his movement, and Rosner executes the drop shot as he did, what you'll notice here is all of a sudden this space opens up for Gawad. So Gawad holds, he doesn't commit up and round, he waits for his position, Rosner plays his drop shot. Now I have direct access, I have a clear line through to this ball, and a referee would expect me to go through and play the shot there. And if I stopped and didn't want to go through, a referee would award a no-let. So it's very interesting in this scenario that actually it all hangs upon Gawad's movement if Rosner is doing what he did. And I think that's a really interesting talking point in terms of whether that should be a yes-let, a stroke, or a no-let.